Welcome back, witness number 1 and number 2, for continuation of your testimonies before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. I want to remind both of you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you. Madam Chair, over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dibba and Mr. Nyang.
Good afternoon.
You are welcome back.
Good afternoon.
Council, we may proceed.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. We had applied before the break that the witness produced the remaining vouchers and it was granted, an order was passed thereon.
Mr. Nyang, do you have the vouchers with you?
No, Nyang have a voucher.
Madam Chair, firstly, I want to appeal to your Honorable Chair and all members of this commission that we wanted to go and collect the vouchers, but actually, because of the time constraint, and the vouchers are not in my position, they are in the position of Mr. Dibba. We agreed and to beg the commission to allow us for him to go and bring the vouchers.
But Mr. Nyang, you had the break. It was even more than 1 hour. We breaked at 1, and we are back here almost 20 minutes to 3. This is all to give you time. If you had gone to the office, you would have brought the vouchers.
Yeah, we still beg your commission, sir, ma'am, to go and bring the vouchers, because what actually happened is if we have gone, we would not have been here now during your resumption. And the vouchers are not in my position. They are in the position of my colleague, which we need to go and collate and bring.
Well, I have difficulty in really appreciating the plea, because these vouchers have been repeatedly requested from council, and you instructed or you requested that they should write requesting for these vouchers, and they did. So it's not a matter of you going to put them together, because they are available, and Mr. Dibba is willing, ready to have produced this document to the commission, but you said it's not within our mandate.
No, sir. No, ma'am. I beg your indulgence and I appeal.
Can you please come?
Sorry?
Can you please come? Mr. Nyang, I'm not inclined to grant the appeal, but considering the fact that I was prepared to cite you for contempt, the fact that it is not outside of your knowledge that you were supposed to have brought these documents to us, and I believe that the action is just meant to waste the commission's time, I will I will give you this option. That is, I will indulge you on your this application, and I will instruct the lead counsel to wait for you. We need the documents today before 6 o'clock. All right? The counsel will be here waiting for you when you leave with Mr. Dibba to get us the documents. All right?
Thank you.
Do we proceed or do we allow the witness to go and come back?
Let us proceed with what you have.
With the vouchers,
Yes,
the
and then, you know,
okay, thank you.
it's almost to 3. By
Yes.
by 4 o'clock we will rise, and then.
Yes, Mr. Nyang, let's just deal with these vouchers.
Nena legi ñu dugangum ci mbiri voucher yi.
We have the voucher number PV22156.
Ñu ne bu nga amé voucher bi moy number bu moi VV256.
I showed you earlier
Nena bi nga amné daf la ko wonon.
with the description the payment of 3 seedlings.
Nena te boba fay bi nga amné fay jur yi nga amné seedlings 3 seedlings.
In bracket mangroves.
Moy mangroves mango yi ci géej bi.
It says planting for implementation of the 2022 tree planting.
Nena bobo moy planting of the implementation of 2023 tree planting.
In 3 wards.
Nena ci ñetti gox.
Fajikuda, Talending, North,
Moy Fajikunda Talending North
and Abuko.
ak Abuko.
Now, let me just show you this. The voucher itself.
Nena legi amul lu moy def pour won la voucher bi ci bopam.
Madam Chair, I want to, for your suggestion, and I agreed for us to revert so that I would respond directly in English to the lead counsel.
You are applying to switch from Wolof to English?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, we may proceed.
Thank you very much. Now, there is a delivery note attached to the voucher. Please have a look at the delivery note. Have you seen the delivery note?
Yes, I did.
Now, what is the date of the delivery note?
21st of October, 2022.
Can you please read the content of the delivery note?
3 seedlings, in bracket, mangroves.
Now, what is the essence of the delivery note?
The delivery note should specify the quantity of the mangroves delivered.
Very well. Now, do we have the quantity stated in the delivery note?
No.
Why is that?
My understanding is they have a choir book in which they do enter the quantity, and the quantity should be on the delivery note too. But I think that there is other mechanisms of them having the quantity.
So, who do we ask to see whether there is a choir book that will have this information?
On the purpose of procurement is under the finance manager's responsibility.
That is Mr. Dibba?
Yes.
Mr. Dibba, please have a look at the voucher. The delivery note, to be very specific.
Yes, I have seen it. It came to my attention yesterday. So we went through it and they gave me a reference to a similar transaction, which was clearly stated. So I believe it was the same exercise, and but they are different vendors, because the other one was 24,000 seedlings.
Yes.
And they are all the same amount, 1 month differences. I believe they were given to different vendors, but in this particular case, the person writing the request forgot to put the quantity, and the account officer also didn't, so the trend continues. But I engaged the project officer for tree planting yesterday. I called him to call his attention, and he confirmed that there's a way book for all the deliveries for trees where they recorded them. So today he was, as we are speaking, he's at the investigators also, they are taking his statement. But there's a quiet book with him where he entered all the deliveries, and he confirmed that it is there.
Now, if he enters it into the choir book,
Yes.
but the delivery itself should contain the
Yes.
the goods that were supplied and the quantity, correct?
Yes, it's supposed to be there.
And
but
it is not there.
it is not there, so that is why yesterday, because when I saw it, it was a lapse, so I called him to find out whether the same lapse has transcended to other areas also, but he confirmed that he is having a choir book where it is written and signed by the person who delivered them.
Very well. Now, since it is your evidence, you and Mr. Nyang,
Yes,
he will want you to facilitate the production of the choir book.
no problem.
Mr. Nyang, please re-examine the voucher. You will see that there is a purchase order. Now, the purchase order is usually sent to the suppliers, the minimum three intended suppliers. Is it there?
Yeah, we have 3 invoices here from 3 suppliers.
Okay, not the invoices. The invoices will be issued after a request is sent. Usually, this is the process. So the request is sent through the purchase order form. You will see a form there with the heading purchase order, KETP.
Yeah,
You have seen it?
yes, I've seen it.
Good. Now, if you turn to the next page, the second page is usually 2 pages. Sorry, the second page, you will see that there's a column there which reads, accepted on behalf of supplier, where the supplier's agent or the supplier, him or herself, will have to sign that they have received the purchase order. That is the request for quotation. It is written there, distribution of copies, copy 1, supplier, and copy 2, signed by a supplier and returned to procuring organization. This purchase order is valid only if the supplier signs and returns the second copy, as this signifies that they have accepted the conditions.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, let me help you with the voucher, please. Okay, for this one, it is on the first page. Sometimes because of the printing, it may overlap. You have seen it?
Yes, I've seen it.
Do you mind reading the column, the wordings in the column?
The whole column.
Yes.
Distribution of copies, copy 1, supplier, copy 2, signed by supplier and returned to procuring organization. This purchase order is valid only if the supplier signs and returns the second copy of this, as this signifies that they have accepted the conditions.
Good. And there's a space for the signature, correct?
Yes, there is a space for the signature.
Good. Now, is that or do you have the signature of the supplier?
Yeah, we have the
On that column?
we have the signature of the supplier on the GPPA Form 101.
Yes, Form 101. But do you have it on that form, the one I just showed you?
No.
Good. Now, if you do not have the signature on the form for request for quotation, the form in itself is saying that it will not be valid. Do you see that? The column that starts with distribution of
This
copies.
purchase order is valid only
Yes.
if the supplier signs and returns the second copy, as this signifies that they have accepted the conditions.
Yes. So now, if it is not signed, it is saying it is not valid, correct?
Yes.
So there you have the form that is not signed.
Yes.
It suggests it is not valid.
Yes.
Now, the reason why it is important is that there should be transparency in procurement, right?
Yes.
So if you roll out a request for quotation, it means you are sending quotations, or you are requesting quotations from a minimum of 3 suppliers, correct?
Yes.
And that they should receive these quotations, correct?
Yes.
So that they would know what the procuring organization, that is in this case the KEPT project through KMC, what they want to be supplied with, and the prices that, attached to it, correct?
Yes.
Now, if you have invoices without evidence of the form being sent for request for quotation, it could suggest that there were no quotations sent at a minimum of 3. Do you understand it? What I'm trying to say?
Yes.
And so it would defeat the purpose. It would be in violation of the RFQ requirement, because if the law says if you do not have a signed second copy, then it means that it is not valid. And so if we have, for most of the forms we have here, they are not signed. You and I know what happens normally in procurement. Sometimes they just go and get 3 quotations from maybe from ghost suppliers and come to agree to tell you that they are going to supply, or the minimum supplier is Mr. X business, and then that person is paid. When in reality, they never really submitted 3 quotations to 3 businesses that are registered. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understand what you're trying to say. But when I look at the documentation, all the 3 suppliers have signatures in the Form 101.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all of them have signatures in the other form, in the backup form. But on this specific form that you said, there is no signature.
Yes. So what is Form 101? Show us Form 101.
It's request for quotations.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's form GPPA Form 101 is
Yes.
request for quotations.
Yes, go ahead. No, 004 is request for quotation. 004. So where is it that the 3 minimum suppliers signed? Where do you have the 3 signatures of the suppliers that were contacted?
We have it on the GBPA form 101.
Can I please see the three signatures that you are referring to?
Yeah.
So Nyang, you will realize that the second form that is said to be sent to, well, the name is not even there. What we have is not a signature. To Lankaramo. Lankaramo Suare. Right? You will now see it when I give it to you. This is not a signature. And Lankaramo Suare does not deal in the supply of seedlings. That's one, right? We know his type of business is definitely not in the program of seedlings or the supply of seedlings. We also do not have the contracts or the quotations that were attached to all the forms you're talking about. So for instance, if you look at the FSJ signature, there's a stamp there, an empty stamp, no date on it. The date is on the form itself. Then you have the item description, 3 seedlings, or in bracket mangroves, no quantity, no unit measure or cost. The unit price is empty, total price is empty, everything is just empty. And FSJ is said to be the winner, right?
Okay.
The contents they appear to be empty.
Yes, the contents are empty. It's only the item description that have 3 seedlings, mangroves.
Very well. May I please have the... And who will normally make or take the final decision to award this contract to the minimum 3 supposed applicants or suppliers?
It's either the project director or the project manager.
The same with voucher 22120. For this one as well, we have no delivery note. Well, not that we have seen of. There is no document there to suggest that there is a delivery note. That is also the procuring of seedlings. Do we have a delivery note on that one? Please confirm.
No, there is no delivery note seen.
Do we know why, Mr. Dibba and Mr. Nyang?
No, I don't know.
In the absence of a delivery note, it will be.
So,
please proceed.
I can confirm from the project officer.
Yes.
Yeah, to confirm the delivery and provide evidence of delivery.
Okay, we will wait for that.
No problem.
Now, were these these seedlings planted? Were they planted?
Yes,
Mr. Nyang?
Yes, to my knowledge, they are planted.
Do we have evidence of that?
Yes, we do have evidence of that. Usually when the activity is being done, visibility pictures used to be taken and they would reflect in our reportings.
Okay. Was it done in this case?
Yes.
When can we see the pictures? Yes, we need to see the evidence of work done.
Yeah, we will produce the pictures.
Were you not working with the Director of Services to make sure that some of these works that the project will embark on, the Director of Services at least would come and evaluate and see whether work is done and executed in the manner in which it is contracted?
No, basically these are community actions. Basically we used to endeavor for either the wards at the ward level to identify volunteers to help plant these activities.
Yes. But still, there has to be evidence of the basic requirements, the purchase and the execution of the function, so that you can say that you have attained value for money. Right?
Can I comment?
Please.
Yes. Aside from I understand that there's a report through the project manager. There's a report for these activities. Also, there's another budget line for cost for work. So anytime community engagement is done, there's a specific budget line where those payments are. So we can also provide evidences of payments made to these particular areas that can qualify that it has been done.
Well, the payments do not qualify that the work was done. The payments would qualify that money is
yes,
moved.
but at least evidences that payments will be provided that they were paid to those involved in this work in that particular ward. Pictures are there, reports are there. So
Okay, let's see what you have, what you'll bring. I also have another voucher, PV 22164. It is already admitted. It is in relation to the payment for distribution of bins at 19 wards. What was the payment for, Mr. Nyang?
This payment is for a budget activity for the distribution of bins in the 19 wards.
Okay. Now, how much?
Basically, the request stated, request for approval of logistic budget, waste bin distribution, budget line 3.2.17, waste collection bins, 120 liters at 2.8. Following the handing over of the bins to KMC, the project is to embark on a bin distribution exercise to the 19 wards of the municipality. In this regard, I here invite to request approval for the attached budget to be used and facilitate the distribution of the bins to the local communities.
The budget here is 3.2 point?
The budget line 3.2.17.
0.17. Now, we have it here. It says waste collection bins. Right? Let me just be sure that this is the budget itself. We will need you to first confirm that this is the budget. Mr. Camera, I think we have 2 copies.
Yes, this should be the budget.
Can we have a confirmation? Because if you say this should be the budget, it is not very certain. You can have it admitted and you can produce a copy as well if you want to.
Yes, this is the budget.
Thank you very much. May I have the budget so that I can apply to have it admitted into evidence? We apply to tender the following document. That is, the first one is Are these two separate? They are separate documents? Mr. Nyang, the two documents, are they the same or they're separate?
It seems they are the same. Let me clarify, please. So I want to confirm whether it is a 19.179 there. Size is basically narrowing it down. Yes, please. They are all the same document.
Thank you very much. We apply to have the budget of the kept project admitted into evidence and marked as an exhibit.
Mr. Nyang, you were supposed to provide us with the date when you made the statement. Did you check your email?
Yes.
So that we can get your statement admitted.
Yes, ma'am. The date was on the 14th of August, 2023, sent on email to Mr. Noah Sanyang.
Mr. Nyang, this is addenda number 1. Do you have the contract per se? Is it, because if it is an addenda, it seems to suggest that it is not the actual.
Yeah, it's
Which
not.
is, yes.
It's not the.
It's not the actual.
No, it's not the actual.
So where is the actual?
We have it, and my understanding is it has been shared with the investigators. It was printed and submitted.
We will get the registrar to confirm that. So,
Mr. Dibba, please speak into the microphone.
Yes, if I can have a look at it, but I think it is having the original budget and the addenda number.
yes, that is why I said.
Both of them are there.
Where?
So,
in this?
yes, the original budget is there. Then
Because both is labeled as addenda number 1.
okay.
The two documents.
Yeah, okay, but if you look at it itself,
Yes.
the first 3 columns of the original budget, the first 3 rows is the original budget.
No, it is not, what you're saying is not correct, because the first three for the first document I have,
Yeah.
which is contract number 2021-428,
Yeah.
that's 416. The, what is in the heading is budget as per contract / last addendum signed.
No, what I mean there is, you know, there are two documents.
Yes.
But the other one, the one that is a bit heavier, that one maybe you can put that aside because the page break, when they were printing it, I believe.
Yes, now we will admit this, and please provide us with the comprehensive, complete document. All right? The contract number 2021/428 -416, which is implementation period of the contract, that is 1st of January 2022 to 31st of December 2024. These are two documents. We admit them in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/KMC/ASN/002.
As the Commission places.
Can we have his statement admitted?
Yes, we apply to have the statement of the witness, Mr. Alieu Samba Nyang, is dated the 14th of August 2023, into evidence as an exhibit. Mr. Kamara, how many statements do we have for Mr. Nyang? One.
The statement dated the 14th of August 2023, made by the witness, Mr. Nyang, is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KMC/ASN/003.
As the Commission places. Now, let me see the budget. You were referring us to 3.2.17? You have the voucher there.
Yes, 3.2.17.
Let me show you the budgetary allocations for or under 3.2.17. Is that the correct budget head?
Yes.
Can you guide us as to what we have there?
Is a purchase of 10,000 waste bins of 20 liters to facilitate waste collection at source and to replace the unhygienic rice bags used by most residents. The cost is based on current market price of 10,000 waste bins times $30 per 120-liter waste bin, which is equivalent to 300,000 euros.
We are not hearing you.
Yeah, I'm leading the other side of it, but that's the actual budget line.
So it is saying that the market price is $10,000. Is that it?
The market price for at budget.
Yes.
The market price of the waste bins is 30 euros per 120-liter waste bin.
And that's how much in dollars? at the time?
At this point of time, no, I don't know.
Now, how was there a market survey to know this particular price for in the market? Sorry.
Basically, this comes with the project document. So I believe there was a market survey at that period of time that this request for grant was being done.
Okay, so it is at the period where there was a request for a grant that they would have already or should have conducted a market survey, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, does the voucher you have, again, remind us, what is it for specifically, the payment?
The voucher I have is for distribution of waste bins.
How much?
Payment for distribution of waste bins at 19 wards.
At 19 wards. Now, the 3.2.17 only factors in the purchase. Where does the distribution come?
Basically, the action further refers you to 2.A.
2.A.
Yeah, which would take you to the log frame. That's the output level.
Okay. Please get us through the output level. 3.A you said?
2.A.
2.A.
Yeah, that has to take us to the log frame of the project.
Yes.
So.
Do you have 2.A there with you?
No, I don't have it, but it's within the project document that it will refer you to output 2.A, that this action contributes to output 2.A of the project document.
Why the prices for the cost for the distribution factored in 2.A?
Yes, because the budget line facilitates that output or contributes to that output.
Will you be able to provide the document you are referring to so that we know what you are saying? Because when I look at the budget, 3.2.17, I see an exact calculation of what is needed, right? So that it says here, the cost is based on current market prices. Total cost 10,000. That is by 10,000 by 30 euros per 120 liters of waste bin, and the total is 300,000 euros, right? Now, this amount specifically, you will agree with me, does not factor any other extra expenses, whether in relation to the purchase, in relation to the dustbin, or not. It only talks about the actual prices, right?
Yes, but as far as there is a reference to the output, this purchase of these waste bins contributes to the output 2.A in the project log frame. So basically, if you're having an activity that relates to these waste bins, you could charge it on this budget line.
On which budget line? 3.2.17. But that would have been exhausted already. That's my point. You don't have a supplementary budget for this. So that the 3.2.17 does not, is very specific as to exactly how much is cleared for 10,000 bins. And as per the calculation based on the market price, if you have 300,000 euros and you have to purchase 10,000 dustbins, you don't have any extra euro.
Yes, basically, then it comes back to expand on this budget line. It comes back to the finance to make sure that, there would be tolerance on spending on this budget line. But basically, the activity of distributing the bins contributes to the output of this budget line. So that's how it works.
I agree. I am not saying that there is no need to have money for the distribution, right? But you and I will agree that expenditures are based on budgetary allocations, correct? Correct? You will agree with me, expenditures are based on budgetary allocations.
Yes, I agree with you, but there is tolerance and variance.
I understand that. So that when there is tolerance and variance, it still have to be, it still must be in line with whether there is a supplementary budget for it or not.
It might be that when they were spending this, even the threshold was not reached. Because basically it's a budget and you go through your procurement processes and sometimes you have a savings on the budget line. If not two, like like in these budgetary aspects, there are a lot of other things costed in it.
Right.
For these actions sometimes of auxiliary actions.
Yes.
Like gender mainstreaming, visibility, they are all costed within the budget line.
I agree.
It doesn't mean that this whole sum is used for beans, but if we have other subsidiary activities, they could charge it.
No. That's not how it will work. So if you say that the money is taken from 3.2.17, and mind you, it's not an allocation that is like a general allocation. For instance, where you say you have, let's say, 500,000 euros for the purchase of dustbins, and then you stop there. That would be general. We know you are going to purchase dustbins, but you have factored in $500,000 for the purchase of dustbins. And if there are incidental expenditures, then it may make sense, even though there are processes to that, for instance, right? But here it is so specific. They in fact calculated the number of dustbins, half the market price for it, and you have your total. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So that any expenditure should have followed normal financial regulations, whether you are going to via in the usual form, or you have another budget budget line that really allocates for its distribution and so on.
Yeah. Additionally, the budget line stipulates the contributory aspect of the budget line to the output. So any sub-activity that contributes to that output could be charged on this budget line.
So go ahead.
The request from the officer is advisory that this activity contributes to this output and it could be charged from this budget line. And if we accept it, then it goes to finance. So basically, finance would make sure that the activity is charged accordingly to the actual budget line.
We have finance here. That's Mr. Dibba?
Yes.
You are the head of finance, but we have the finance officer. Mr. Dibba, what is the justification for the 360?
Well, anyway, if you go by the project document justification, where they divided the amount, they charge, is it 30 euro per 120 liter waste bin?
Right.
Yeah, if you go by that specifically, it should not be charged there. But obviously, when the bins are procured, 10,000 waste bins, it has to be delivered the 19 wards.
Yes.
And in doing so, there must be a cost attached to it. So that was the reason. So, and we deem it that this is most suitable or accurate, most suitable vote to charge the particular expenditure to us finance.
But is it catered for? Is it budgeted for?
No, if you look at the budget lines directly,
right,
it is not there.
Yes.
Line by line, it is not there.
Yes.
Maybe it was an oversight when they are developing the document, because
right,
you can't procure 10,000 waste bins and pack them at the council without being distributed to their respective wards. So it was not in the document. There's no budget line.
Maybe because they know council have the mechanism to distribute, because council is supposed to contribute to this project, and I think they have calculated their contribution to be about around 107,000 euros or so. They said is other logistics and all that, providing office space and other logistical arrangements, but it's not physical.
Yeah, but that
cash.
was not translated in the budget. So for finance, like, if it is there, like non-cash budget line specifically, we will have charged it there. But if you go through everything, you will never see, it's only one budget line specifically for waste bins.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if they had prepared the budget and all they factored in is the procurement
Exactly.
of the waste bins.
Yes.
We don't have a budget head or a column or budget line for its distribution.
Yes.
So it is not going to be proper to say, but it is logical that distribution must happen and it will cost money.
Well, you know,
That would not be a logical argument, because that is not how you charge from a budget. That's not how you do your expenditure. It has to be specifically budgeted for, right?
well, anyway, for finance, most of the times, that's how we do things.
But that's not.
Like the main item and all the related cost in making it functional, unless there's a specific budget line created for such. But in the event of that, you have to assume that, you know.
You can't assume in.
Yeah, because otherwise, the activity have to happen.
Yes, but you have to plan for it. That's why you have a budget.
But you know, these things, like how this is a project document,
Right.
it's been developed,
Right.
sent to the funders, approved.
Why
Now-
do you have a supplementary budget?
The supplementary budget, I think there were supplementary budget, but at this particular point of time, before we realized this during the implementation stage.
No, but what
So-
is a supplementary budget?
So in this case, so that is if you want to do an activities that are not in the budget. So you have to seek for approval through it's a long process. If you ask the director, he can.
It's a right process,
But it is a long one.
but right one.
Well, it has to go to the steering committee. From there, you have to write to EU also. It takes time.
Mr. Nyang,
Yes.
what is a supplementary budget?
Sorry,
Supplementary budget.
for me,
Yes.
I haven't said that there is a supplementary budget.
I know. I'm just saying, in what circumstance would you have a supplementary budget?
If the budget is short and you need additional resources on that budget line.
Yes. Now, you want to make an expenditure and it is not catered for, right? Correct? And you can't via because you have to via, there are rules in relation to virement, right? Now, if you purchase 10,000 bins, you have already exhausted the 300,000 euros. Correct? Correct, Mr. Nyang?
Basically, to my understanding is, if you look at the description of the budget line, it's telling you that that budget line is linked to an output. So most of the activities that you would do to achieve that output, you know, you would use that budget line, and that's the 2.A. So I have to look at 2.A output.
Okay.
What does it say?
We'll wait for that. How many dustbins did you purchase so far?
We purchased 10,000 waste bins.
10,000. You've already exhausted the budget.
No, the budget line has to be operationalized. You don't purchase the waste bins and just keep it. You have to distribute it. You have to take it to the
what I
household
mean,
level.
maybe we're not on the same page. You had said earlier that it may be possible that not all that is budgeted for is purchased. Now I asked you, how many have you purchased so far? You said 10,000.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yes, we purchased 10,000 waste bins.
Which means 3.2.17 is all empty. There is no money on it unless you have a new budget.
There is, you have to operationalize the activity. If there is no money, then we could still use the budget line on a variance, because we have 25% buffer not to exceed that. If we are exceeding that, we could. But if we are exceeding that, we have to notify. We have to notify the relevant authorities at a specific time that we have exceeded our expenditure on this budget line for approval.
The distribution How much did you pay for the distribution? 360.
360.
Who was it paid to? Who was it paid to?
Who was it paid to? Yeah, it was paid to the finance officer as an interest.
Who was the finance? Who is the finance officer?
Mrs. Hajakora.
Did Mrs. Ayakora retire the impress?
Dibba, can you?
Dibba, is the impress retired?
No, the amount was actually all spent.
How do we know that?
There are retirements there.
Where?
There are receipts there.
That's not retirement.
No, retirement is a physical cash balance, but it can be in a form of receipt as a retirement.
Exactly.
It
Retirement
depends.
is to show evidence of breakdown of expenditure.
Yes, so even receipt is part of the retirement.
I'm not saying it is not part of a retirement.
Here, what is absent there is there's no cash left, so the rest are all receipts.
Mr.
Attendance list.
Sadiba. So, you know how an impress works, right?
Yes.
You know you should have an impress ledger, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You should have a record of all officers that are issued impress, right? There should be an application for an impress, and then it is granted the usual way. Your boss is Mr. Nyang should grant an impress, and then it is paid and recorded. And when it is retired, whether there is any balance left or but there should be evidence of expenditure that is being retired. Do you have that system where you record the impress that is issued and retired?
No, we don't have that system, but basically the team is about 9 people.
Right.
And it's myself, Haja as the finance officer. So when officers make a request of this nature, because as the finance officer, so sometimes it will be under her name, so she will go and do the withdrawal. Activities are done, receipts are given to him.
Who did she pay? The first receipt?
The first receipt. She paid to FSJ, Fatex year 2, and
how much did she pay FSJ?
FSJ is 80,000.
For what? Did it say for what?
Yes, transportation of waste bins to 19 wards.
How many waste bins?
No, the amount was not stated there.
Okay. How do we know whether it was not 10 waste bins or 5?
The amount was actually not
The
stated
second
there.
one?
The second one was paid to Patex Solutions.
Okay.
40,000. The same for the transportation of waste bins to 19 wards. The third one, PTS Industrial Supplies.
How many waste bins? All these receipts do not show, correct?
This one also transportation of waste bins.
You see. Now, Mr. Dibba, the other question is, who supplied these waste bins? Is it FSJ? Who supplied the waste bins?
No, this Tarbis supplies.
Was there a contract?
Yes, it was a procurement, GPPA procurement. It went through GPPA procurement.
Come again with the name?
Tarbis, T-A-R-B-I-Z.
Tarbis?
Yeah.
They supplied these waste bins?
Yes.
And FSJ did the delivery?
Not only FSJ, various vendors did it.
Why is it that Tarbis did not deliver?
He delivered to KMC main office.
Right.
But after that should be distribution to various wards.
To the various wards.
Yeah.
But FSJ, what do they do? What is their nature of? Do they own trucks?
Well,
you don't know.
I don't engage them though. It was at the procurement level, but I'm sure they will engage them. They hire trucks and do the distribution at the ward levels. So when the distribution was done, then a team is hired also to unload and offload because there are too many waste bins. So then coordination is done through the waste management and the environment and sanitation team to sensitize to distribute it and the project team.
Yes, let me just assist.
Yes. Let me have the voucher, yes.
Let me just come in here.
Yes.
Looking at this FSJ enterprise, on the 21st of October 2022, they were paid $360,000.
Yeah.
On the 8th of December 2022, they were paid $300,000.
Yes.
On the 14th of April 2023, they were paid $300,000,
Okay,
right?
yes.
So you as finance person, you don't know what the work of FSJ Enterprise, what they were doing for the project? Because you have just told us the company that got the procurement contract, which is different from this FSJ.
Yeah.
So how is it that this FSJ has been paid so much money?
No.
In your
Maybe they have been sourced for different services, but for the actual procurement of the waste bins, they are not part of that one.
they were not part of?
The procurement of waste bins is only one company
Yes.
that procured, that won the tender.
No, but you read some receipts when you
Yes.
were asked about the retirement,
Yes.
and you said it's, you know, some
Yeah,
of these
FSJ.
receipts
Yeah,
are
those ones were for the distribution of, like, to distribute bins to various wards from the council premises. Because all the bins were delivered to
So
the
what
council.
is the work of FSJ Enterprise?
Okay, the actual work,
Yes.
they are vendors. They do various services.
Such as?
I know we procure 3 seedlings from them, and this service also was rendered to them. I cannot recall all because I'm not at the procurement end though. So the procurement will do the sourcing, they commit the documentation, and we look at it based on the most responsive one. The job is given to them.
Council, proceed.
Now let me show you what FSJ does.
Yeah.
That is their GPP registration, correct?
Yeah.
What business do they engage in?
There's goods only.
Goods only.
Yeah.
So where does services come in? May I please have it? Where does services come in?
Then I think that must be an error from the person who sources the services to them.
No, they
Yes.
don't
because,
have. Go ahead.
yeah, because I don't, at finance, like, we have a team. There's a team who will do the sourcing. And they are specialists in their own area. They will do the sourcing, everything. They do the documentation, and they bring it for our attention. So we go through it, and we give it to the most responsive one.
Yes. Now, here, for the distribution,
Yes.
there was no procurement process followed. This was just an impress. I will first ask Mr. Nyang, why would you issue an impress of $306,000? Did you first, in fact, did you approve this impress? Mr. Nyang, you approved the impress?
Yes.
Now, what was the basis of the approval?
It was operational. Basically, we have to distribute the bins to the 19 wards after it has been delivered to KMC. We have the bins packed at the back, and we've arranged all the logistics, operationally, to have it into the houses within those wards. So, first of all, the bins has to be taken from KMC to the ward level, to the ward office, and from there, the citizenry would be invited to actually see the bins and being sensitized on the bins. Then from there, it is distributed. It was not a process that takes one day. It was a process of about a week or two.
Yes.
So, and we engage different people or different vendors who could provide transport to us. Because what usually happens, if I could recall rightly, the transport companies at Jimpex, like they are not registered in any form. So we have to use registered vendors to acquire those services.
They don't have the facility. The one you paid, FSJ, don't have the facility.
Yeah, but they went to bring these lorries and drivers to move the bins from the municipality to the ward.
One of the requirements for procurement to be legitimate is that you must deal with vendors as a general rule, unless you fall within the exception, that are registered. And the registration is for a purpose, for a type of business. You have goods and services, goods or services, consultancies, the list goes on. So that's one aspect of it, right? And then when you pay them, let's say FSJ, when you say you pay them $80,000, we don't know for what. We know it's for transportation, but for how many and how many days? You have said it's not one day. How many days? How many wards? It just says transportation of waste bins to the 19 wards. Is it one day that they were hired? Is it 10 days that they were hired? Is it to distribute 2,000 dustbins or waste bins, or just one waste bin? You will agree with me that those informations are very important.
Yeah, we understand that there was a cost attached to the activity of one, the bins
Yes.
taking to the wards, to the additional labor that they need to provide of loading and unloading.
Right.
And that's what they've charged. So obviously, yes, it is observed now that in registration they are goods only, but normally, like it was the market. We can't access the truck drivers and laborers directly. So basically, we use vendors to access them to be able to.
The invoices we have here there are 3 invoices. The first one says invoice number 000016, hiring of PA system for 20 days, $40,000 from Yatu's Goods Delivery Services, right? Now, we don't know what kind of PA system. There is no comparison between service providers to know whether it's on the high side. You have the second one, that is it says invoice number 000252 to KETP from FSJ, $80,000 is for transportation of waste bins to the 19 wards period, and no other information is given, right? And then you have cost of offloading and unloading 10,000 waste bins. So FSJ were the ones that did the distribution, Mr. Dibba?
Yes.
The full 10,000, entire 10,000 dustbins.
No, because I think the other ones are also there.
We have Patex Solutions.
Yes.
Says cost of offloading 10,000 dustbins. $40,000. So if they issue you an invoice of $10,000, $40,000 to offload the entire, unload and offload the entire dustbins, what was FSJ doing then?
No, I think the actual amount was not written on the actual amount of a bin per vendor was not written on the receipt.
I don't understand.
Like the actual amount distributed by a vendor,
Right.
each vendor was not written on the receipt.
No, the Papatex Solution Backwater Tipper Garage states that bin payment for cost of loading and unloading 10,000 waste bins, $40,000. You see it in the invoice and in the receipt. So what was FSJ doing? Let me show you.
Yeah.
So do you see what I'm trying to say? if you turn to the back page, you will see the invoices first. Let's start with the invoices. Are you there?
Yeah.
You see the invoice from FSJ. Let's start with that one. How much?
Cost of offloading and unload, cost of offloading and unloading 10,000 waste bins, 40,000.
That's Papa tax,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Go to FSJ.
Transportation of waste bins to 19 wards, 80,000.
Okay. Now go to the receipts. So the 40 is the labor.
Yeah. The receipts, the first one is FSJ 80,000, transportation of waste bins. And the other one
So
is
FSJ were paid for the trucks, and Papa tax for the labor. Is that it?
cost of offloading and yeah, products is for labor.
How many people were hired?
No, I cannot determine how many people were hired, but I think the price per bin was stated there.
Is that the best price in the market?
The price per bin was $4.
Okay.
As per the budget, it was $4 per bin.
Let me find out from Mr. Dibba. Mr. Dibba, there is a payment of 3 million
Yeah,
for the waste bins.
yeah.
How do you relate that to the amount that has been referred to in the budget?
The payment was 3 million for the waste bins.
Yes.
No, that one.
On the 13th of October 2022.
Yeah, that one. Let me open it for you here. There are series of payments. You have the 10.5 million was there, 3 million is there, 4 million is there. Make it 17.5 million for the waste bins. So it is in the budget as 3. The same budget line you mentioned earlier here, 3.2.17 for the waste bins. So it all goes to TABIS, TARBIZ. So they did the procurement.
Council, please.
Now, Mr. Dibba, you were also paid, I mean, the staff of the project were paid $6,000 each for this exercise?
Yes, staff were paid $300 per day for food logistics, for the council team and the project team who supported in the distribution of the bins.
How many days?
I think it's 20 days.
20 days.
Yes.
For food and?
It's for all the food and I can just say refreshment and food. Okay. 300 per person.
Was it also in the budget?
Yes. This is the budget we developed. I think you can. It is the budget we developed. It is part of it.
Where is it in the budget? Mr. Dibba, how do we know that this budget is authentic? It has no signature, it is not authenticated, it's not part of the main budget.
Well, usually when the program officer wants to embark on activity, they write a request. They will first do their first draft budget, send it to their project manager and the director. They will review it. They did the necessary adjustments. If they agree on it, because usually this will attach to the main request.
Yes.
Maybe it should have been initial or whatsoever.
No,
that week was
but
absent.
my point is the project director and the project manager do not have the discretion to to be amending the budget and then incurring other expenses that are outside the original main budget without following the due process.
I don't think
That's what you do. If you have just this document, you call this not a budget. This is an
no,
expense.
what I mean is that the budget for the, I don't mean for the main budget, but the budget for this particular activity.
Yes, it's not there. We go by the budget for the project.
Yeah.
That is what will give you the mandate to incur expenditure for 10,000 dustbins, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So the distribution and then the payments you made to yourselves would not be factored in the budget. Mr. Nyang, can you help us with that?
Yes, basically it's the same rationale for the distribution. By the period of distribution, we provide food and snacks to the personnel, most of whom would be at the ward level in most of the days to facilitate this distribution of beans, because the distribution of beans was distributed to individuals and to households, and basically the project staffing was there, and that's the payment for food. We don't go and buy the food and serve it. We give it to them to buy food and refreshment for their break activity.
Mr. Nyang, the last question for the day is, we have seen a voucher. It's already in evidence. The number is 22169 in relation to a study tour that you embarked on with the mayor and Kemo Bojang. Do you recall this?
Yes.
How many of you?
How many of us went
Yes.
for the study tour? Basically, it's 5 of us that went for the study tour.
Okay.
The study tour was supposed to be 10, and the other nearly 7 people were not granted visas. So, and basically, 5 of us went for the study tour. So, in actual, when we're going for the study tour, the project paid for 3 personnel, myself, the mayor, and Kemo Bojang.
Yes.
And Tony Blair Institute paid for 2.
Were you in UK during this period, or did you travel with the team?
I traveled from the Gambia to the UK, but I did not travel with the team.
When you traveled from the Gambia to the UK, your ticket was purchased by the from the project funds, or you bought your own ticket and after which you were refunded?
I think I bought the tickets were purchased from the project funds.
Well, were you refunded subsequently?
No, there is no refund that I was.
So you were paid separately?
Yes, because I traveled first. You know, I traveled first before the main contingent.
Okay. This was in November. When did you travel?
Like I traveled in November.
Same month?
Yes.
They traveled in November. You traveled in November too?
Yes, I traveled in November.
Because when we interviewed the mayor, he said that there's a possibility that you were in UK this time, right? And so where is your request that you raised and you were paid to purchase? Who purchased your ticket for you?
The project purchased the ticket for me. The project purchased the ticket.
Through who?
Through the procurement process.
We don't see evidence of that. Do you have those procurement documents? Because we only see transactions for Kemo Bojang and the mayor. We don't see your transaction. We know money has been charged from the accounts, but the tickets we have seen purchased by the project only it's just for Kemo Bojang and the mayor Bensouda. Let me show you the voucher.
Okay.
Go ahead, you can answer.
Yes, can I explain?
Yes, yes.
Yes, this particular transaction, what happens there was Mr. Nyang, if I can recall very well, because he was the one when the other project staff were denied visas. So he was the one who was coordinating correspondence for the meeting date with Peterborough from when everything was set, and he was the same guy who went and facilitated the ticketing also, as well for the ticketing. So that's why when you look at the invoices, you will see 3 invoices there. Those 3 invoices were brought by him, but on those invoices also you realize that the other one, I think the other one was on the 7th.
Yes.
Yeah. There were, so sorry, the invoice date was on the 7th. The others are on the 5th. There was a mismatch there.
Yes.
So the whole scenario, the reason why for the mismatch, because the process was the other way around. He sources the invoices and bring it to us. So when he was the date we are making the payment, because we paid on the 7th. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me recall again. I think, yeah.
No, what he's trying to explain is that Mr. Nyang did the procurement. He requested for this. Normally, there should be request for quotations. That Mr. Nyang is the one who requested for the travel itinerary, I believe, from the is it flight travel?
Yeah.
From the travel agency, and brought it to him. So there was the usual process of procurement was not followed. But you will get him to repeat what he is saying. Mr. Dibba,
Yes.
can you take your time and repeat what you have said?
Because what was flagged here was for Sadhguru, the invoice date,
Yes.
because Sadhguru were the ones who procured the ticket from. So the invoice date on Sadhguru was on the 11th.
Yes.
But if you, on the 7th November. But if you look at the electronic ticket, it was on the 5th.
Yes.
That means the tickets came first before the invoice,
Yes.
which should not be the case.
Yes.
So, but when I asked Mr. Nyang about the scenario, what he explained was he engaged the other vendors. Both of them, they provided me the invoices on the 5th. But for Sadhguru, that particular day, because of, he said the ticket they are more responsive, and he didn't want to lose a slot, so he arranged the ticket with them on the 5th. So on the 7th, the day they submitted the invoice is the day we paid the check. They submitted the invoice on the 7th, whereas the ticket already he arranged it with them on the 5th, so that they may not lose a spot there, because I think from this date to the date they are traveling was not far from each other. So he confirmed that is the reason.
Chair, do you understand? Yes.
That's his evidence.
Yes. Now, Mr. Nyang, why did you do the procurement?
No, I did not do the procurement. What actually happened is the ticket prices was high. So basically, when we discovered that Sagru was cheaper, so we asked them to issue us with the ticket.
We or I?
No, basically, all of us were aware that we wanted to, because the tickets were just, like the price changes were just changing. So I went to Sagru to basically, how would I use it in the language? I went down there to give them the assurance that they could issue us the ticket and we would pay them. So, and because of they are the cheapest, and they issued the ticket, and basically when they issued the ticket, for me, I could remember they issued me a paper ticket. So that's why we are not having this electronic version of my ticket. So.
But you did the procurement.
I participated in the procurement, but I did not.
Together with?
With the, basically,
You did the procurement, Mr. Nyang. You went there, you negotiated, you looked for the cheapest as by your own judgment, and then you purchased the tickets.
No, I did not do the procurement. The request for the air ticket was raised by the normal admin and procurement.
On which date?
The request was raised on the 7th of November.
That's what we are saying. Everything was after the fact.
Yes.
So that you had done the procurement first and everything was just to
Yes,
tidy up
tickets,
the documents.
The tickets were given. Then after.
When did you travel?
Hmm?
When did you travel to UK?
When do I travel to?
You
the
yourself,
UK?
yeah. When did you travel to UK?
No, not, I specifically, I can't remember.
Did you travel before the 5th or after the 5th?
No, I must have traveled after the 7th.
Okay.
Because,
Can you provide us with evidence of your travel?
Because I have my signature here on the 7th and other signatures here on the 8th. Here in the request I signed, I was present in the office on the 7th. So I must have traveled after the 7th.
Mr. Dibba, the last question is there any report? Mr. Nyang, sorry.
Yes, there is a report. We have when we were there, we have a steering committee meeting, and the steering committee meeting report has been submitted.
No, I mean the report for the study tour. You went on a study tour.
Yes.
Then you must have generated a report. Was that done?
I could remember seeing a report, but I was looking for it. I can't see it on file.
Did you prepare
Not
a
on-
report?
No, not me prepare a report.
Who prepared a report? Because the mayor did not prepare a report. And the mayor
Basically, I would inquire from Tony Blair.
And the mayor said we should ask
They were
you.
supporting us.
Come again?
The TBI were supporting us on this trip. Maybe
Who-
they have a report.
Who's that?
The Tony Blair Institute.
No. You went on a study mission. The report must be your report based on your findings and what you have studied from that mission. Is that not the case? Someone else can't provide you your own experience. Remember, you have your own experience when you went there. May I have the voucher? So if there has to be a report, it has to be from the person that traveled. And
I could remember that there was a report in which we contributed. Basically, it's a report that's been generated.
so can we conclude? Can we conclude that you did not prepare a report?
No, I myself did not prepare a report, but there
Okay.
was a report in which we contributed.
All right. Thank you, Chair. I believe this is a
Yes.
convenient point.
Good, yes. Will you rise?